You just made it through the largest black swan event in crypto history. This was the biggest wipeout in the shortest period of time we have ever seen. Many people probably would attribute or compare this to back in February, and you don't realize how much larger it actually was. But yet we sit here with Shiba Inu at 40104, looking pretty decent, actually within structure. What actually took place yesterday? That's what we need to talk about. I do want to talk about price. Yesterday's math ain't math, and I want to show you guys exactly what I mean here. So if you are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So this is obviously a big, ugly candle for SHIB. And I think the thing that people need to remember is this is what we saw throughout the crypto market. Insane drops in terms of price. Many assets yesterday at one point or another were down 60+%. It's the wildest thing we've ever seen. And again, it was very similar to what we saw back here in the early part of February. That's not February. Where's February? Here's February. Now, the good news is SHIB bounced back in a big way. We're back above structure. We're back above 4010. We did actually add a zero back for a very short period of time. And the good news about this is typically SHIB tends to have a bit of a bounce back when we do get these very abrupt drops because people tend to defend price and buy so quickly. But just for some numbers for you guys, back here in February, we saw $2.33 billion in long leverage liquidations. It was the largest long leverage liquidation event in crypto history. Yesterday, guys, 16.86 billion. It was almost 8 times larger than the largest event in history. And the market actually bounced back in a big way. Now, we're going to have to sit and watch and wait and see how things progress through the weekend. But SHIB being back within structure here is a very promising sign. I love actually where our candle close was. It's our lowest candle close in a very long period of time. But all we saw was basically opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. And what's interesting here is that we actually saw 41% of open interest for Shiba Inu wiped out. That's a pretty big wipeout in one day. We actually saw $6.21 million liquidated. A bunch of people closed their open interest positions. And what's very, I don't even want to call it strange, but I guess a very good sign here is we are actually still only sitting at a 0.92 in terms of the long short ratio for Shiba Inu. So you're still seeing an imbalance to the short side, but it's not as much as you think it would be. So basically the shorts got theirs and many people were closing positions and taking profit, which this could actually turn into one, a buying event, but two, an event where the market undersees a very distinct pivot, kind of like we were talking about. Sometimes you need one of these buying events to actually send the market back to the upside, but it seems like shorts are not comfortable down in this range. And so now it's a question of, how quickly does the market bounce back? Do we see SHIB back above this structure here sometime soon? It's possible. Again, we just need some continuity across the market. We need people to stay strong and convicted. And I will say for SHIB, that's exactly what we're seeing. So what I looked at here was actually Shiba Inu holders on DeFi. We dropped off only 300 holders. It's not that much. So this was more about leverage than actually the assets themselves. So again, this is a big sign that this turned into a buying event where people took advantage of opportunity. I took advantage of opportunity. It was very difficult. There was huge discrepancies in terms of price across the crypto space, but that's exactly what this was, a major opportunity event, something that we may not get to do ever again. Now, again, it's going to come down to BTC. It's going to come down to Ethereum. BTC is actually still within structure. When we look at Ethereum, actually kind of in structure, great bounce off of its 200-day moving average. But we just went through basically almost full resets across the crypto space when it comes to stochastic RSI. And actually, this could continue to drop even if today is green, which means that we might be getting close to this point of essentially bottoming on that trend. RSI did enter the oversold range. The last time we saw this take place for Shiba Inu was back here in June. It was the exact bottom. It was the exact moment of pivot where SHIB saw a huge thrust to the upside. Is that what we're about to see? We'll just have to watch, wait, and see what happens. One big problem, I don't have this up anymore. Ethereum gas fees were insanely high yesterday. I tried to do a purchase and it was like $810 in terms of Ethereum gas fees, just some insane numbers, but that's kind of where we're at. understand that this was not a normal event. Seems like it was very heavily manipulated. It started because of tweet. There were big short positions opened up right before the market saw these liquidations to the downside. So it seems like someone really badly wanted the market to drop so they could make a bunch of money off of this. And this is why I think we do need some more regulation in the space, because that stuff should not be happening. It sucks, kind of is what it is, but this is where we sit right now, waiting for everything to just get moving back to the upside. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.